Most people think that you can only save 10K if you're making six figures. And I'm here to tell you that's just not true. You can save 10K in just 12 months, even if you're making 50K or less. And no, it's not by some viral side hustle idea or buying a scratch off lottery ticket. It's just $27 a day. That's it. So today in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to save $10,000 with the $27 a day method. Even if you're on a tight budget, you can do this. And let's get it. Now, before we get into how you do that, let's talk about why this number matters. 10K is not just some type of savings milestone, but it actually opens up other opportunities for you. It could be your first emergency fund. There's nothing better than knowing that if you lose a job or if you pop a tire or if any type of medical expense comes up, you are not concerned at all because you have the money put up and you are able to afford any type of hardship or stress in your life. It could be a down payment. Maybe it's towards a home. Maybe it's towards a small food truck for your business. There's so many options that could be put towards, and there's no better feeling than knowing that you have the money to be able to put towards something that will reward yourself later on. Maybe the 10K is for your first investment account. There's no better feeling than knowing, hey, if the stock market goes up 10%, you just made $1,000. These type of wins will bring more momentum and you'll want to throw more money into it. Or honestly, it could just be straight up breathing room. Either way, this is not just money, it's momentum, and momentum can change everything. Now to what you're here for, the $27 a day rule. Now, the math is simple. $27 per day times 365 days per year gives you $9,855. Now, all you have to do is toss in a little extra cash. Take it from a tax refund, maybe some type of cashback opportunity, or even from some birthday money, and you're sitting over $10,000. Saving $10,000 isn't hard when you break it down into small, consistent wins. $27 just feels manageable, and manageable is sustainable. Sustainability is kind of what you're looking for here. You want to be able to develop a habit and keep that same consistent habit for just 1 year. Once you see that money starting to build up, you start to believe and hope and feel that you are going to be able to accomplish this goal no matter what comes in your way. So now we're to the point where we're going to figure out where is the $27 a day coming from. I need you to start off with step one, and that's cutting off anything that's not serving you. Okay, at this point, we want to go ahead and figure out where can we pull $10 to $15 from somewhere. So now you want to look at your bank statements. Let's figure out, do you have a Netflix or Hulu subscription that you don't use? Maybe it's a Prime, Max, maybe it's a Amazon subscription, whatever the case is. You want to go ahead and look and figure out what subscriptions you aren't using. Let's cut away from there and we can get $10 to $15 easy from that right there. Next, are you Uber eating, Door Dashing maybe 2-3 times a week? Let's cut that out for a little minute, right? Take that money and put it towards your goal of saving towards 10K. And then lastly, we want to stop our just random impulse online shopping, whether it's on Amazon or Walmart, eBay, just retail shopping, whatever the case is. Let's go ahead and take that out, and you'll be surprised where you can find this little extra money to go ahead and put towards your $27 a day. See, the thing you start to realize here is that you're not broke. You just have a whole bunch of leaks in your money, right? A little bit's going out here, a little bit's going out here. But over time, you're creating these big buckets of leaks that you could have been putting towards your goals. Now, the second step is just to stack a little extra. So on this part, you're more so creating that extra income. Maybe you find one item to sell on Facebook Marketplace, right? Maybe you have something that you're good at or a skill that you use on a day-to-day at work to where you can maybe put in 4 hours a week for an extra gig and get some money from there. The whole point here is now we're kind of reaching out to different revenue sources. Maybe you can work for DoorDash or Uber Eats and deliver food maybe 2 Saturdays out the month, right? Like, I'm not giving you something here that's taking away all your time, but I'm just throwing a little smidge at you there, right? Like something that you can make a small change on, but it can actually do wonders towards saving your $27 a day. All I'm trying to say here is that you don't necessarily need a new job or some type of raise or promotion That's nice, but honestly, what you're trying to do here is create leverage, not depending on one source. If you start to create your own avenues and streams of revenue, then that helps out this goal tremendously. Okay, now that we know where we're getting this money from and how to make extra, we want to go ahead and automate this habit. So once you find that money, we're trying to lock it in. So at this point, we're going ahead and locking in at $27 a day or $810 a month, however you want to look at it. At this point, you can make sure that you're doing transfers either daily or weekly if it's easier for you. I want you to go ahead and make sure that you have a high yield savings account open because you can still earn interest on this money while you're saving it up. I want you to name that account 𝐶𝐿 fund or escape fund, something that gives you motivation to where you know you have a specific goal for this high yield savings account and you are going to reach it. The whole point that I'm trying to make here is the more that you automate this habit, the more invisible it is. The more invisible it is, the easier it is to stick to because you're not even thinking about it on the day to day. It's gone. So congratulations, you've hit your 10K goal. Now, what the heck do you do with it? I'm gonna tell you some things I do depending on your goal. So first, if you don't have a safety net or an emergency fund, then I'd start there. Go ahead and make sure that this high yield savings account ends up being your emergency fund. It can cover about 3 to 6 months worth of expenses, and that way you're not worried or stressed about anything. Now, if you have your emergency fund already out the way, well, now it's time to start building wealth. Go ahead and open up a Roth IRA if you're able to, or if not, then just an individual brokerage account. You can go ahead and start dollar cost averaging that money into some low cost ETFs, maybe VOO, BTI, SCHD, QQQ, you name it. There are tons of low cost options out there that give you a basket of stocks all for one price. That way you're playing it safe and one company doing bad doesn't hurt your overall portfolio. And if you want options, maybe you can use that money to learn a high income skill. Maybe you go to a cybersecurity boot camp, or maybe you go to a sales boot camp, or you learn how to do digital marketing and editing, etc. There are plenty of options for you to go ahead and learn a skill that can garner you some side income. And next time when you're saving up your 10, 20, 30, even 100K, it comes faster because you have leverage. You have your day-to-day job, then you also have a new skill that you've learned that can get you more per hour. Maybe you start a business with it, or maybe you build some type of digital product. I love these ideas because you are able to make an infinite amount of money. There's no one that tells you, hey, you can only make this amount per hour and you only have 24 hours a day. Especially with building a digital product, that's something that it may require a lot of time at first to build that one thing, but once you build it, it's built. You can sell it an infinite amount of time. So if you can create something that's really good, you'd be surprised how much money you're actually able to make with that. Just remember, it's the 10K that opens up those doors for you, but what you do with the 10K determines how far you go. All I'm telling you is just don't go spending it on anything that's a depreciating asset. You can get cars later, you can get clothes later, you can get jewelry later. You want to go ahead and start building up towards some wealth. So you want to make sure that you're using this 10K in the best way possible for you. So now we know 10K isn't impossible. It's really just $27 a day. That's your 4 hours of focused side hustle per week. That's your random Amazon or retail shopping habit. That's your, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go pick up some food instead of cooking food. That's your Netflix or Hulu forgotten subscription. It's there, guys. We gotta make sure that we're cutting off those leaks and making sure that we're saving that $27 a day. So let me know in the comments below. Are you down for saving 10K this year or even more? Let's talk about our goals together. Until next time, I'm your host, Marcus, and you are here on Zero to Wealth. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.